Have you ever wondered what really puts your safety and independence at risk after 80? You see, living alone can be a wonderful thing. It means freedom, privacy, and the ability to live on your own terms. But it also comes with challenges that many don't see coming until it's too late. What seems like a small habit or an overlooked detail can quickly turn into a serious threat to your health, safety, or happiness. And the worst part, most of these risks are avoidable if you simply know what to watch for. In this video, we're going to walk through 8 things that older adults commonly overlook or underestimate when they're living on their own. These aren't scare tactics or exaggerated warnings. They're simple everyday patterns that, if ignored, can slowly chip away at your strength, your independence, and even your joy in daily life. Stick with me until the end because some of these insights might surprise you and they could make all the difference in how well you live after 80. Now, let's get started. Number 1, home safety hazards. One of the most dangerous mistakes older adults make when living alone is overlooking the safety of their home environment. What used to feel like a comfortable and familiar space can over time become full of hidden hazards. Things you might not notice until it's too late. A rug you've had for decades, a step that's always been a little loose, a lamp cord running across the hallway. At one point, they might have seemed harmless, but as we get older, our balance, vision, and reaction time change. Suddenly, what used to be a slight inconvenience can turn into a serious fall risk. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury among people over 80, and the consequences are not always simple. A single fall can lead to a hip fracture, hospitalization, or long-term loss of independence. It's not just the physical pain that's devastating, it's what comes after. Many seniors who fall end up needing assistance they didn't need before, or they may lose confidence in their ability to move freely around their own homes. That fear of falling again can make people more sedentary, which only leads to more weakness and more risk. The good news is that many of these dangers are preventable. Home safety is not about turning your space into a hospital room. It's about making small, smart changes that preserve your ability to live freely. Things like installing grab bars in the bathroom, using non-slip mats, adding nightlights in hallways, and removing loose rugs can dramatically reduce your chances of injury. If your hallway is dimly lit, or if there's clutter on your stairs, these are red flags. And the thing is, most of us don't see these problems in our own homes because we're so used to them. That's why asking a trusted friend or family member to walk through your home with fresh eyes can be incredibly helpful. They'll notice things you might overlook, and those little changes could be what keeps you living independently for years longer. Let's take Gerald for example. He's 84 and has always taken pride in living on his own. One afternoon, he tripped over a thick rug in his living room that had been curling at the corners. It was a rug he had walked across every day for 20 years. But this time, he lost his balance and fell hard, breaking his wrist and spending a week in the hospital. The worst part wasn't the injury, it was the fear that followed. He said, "I used to feel safe here. Now I hesitate just to walk from the bedroom to the kitchen." That sense of vulnerability can shake even the strongest person. But here's the truth. Gerald's fall wasn't caused by weakness. It was caused by a hazard he didn't see coming. And that's the case for so many seniors living alone. So take a good look around your home. Ask yourself, is there anything I'm stepping over that I shouldn't be? Is there anything I'm avoiding because it feels just a little risky? If the answer is yes, don't wait for something bad to happen. Fix it now while you're still in control, because maintaining a safe home is the first step to protecting your freedom, your health, and your confidence as you age. Number 2, skipping regular health checkups. One of the most common mistakes older adults make when living alone is thinking that skipping the doctor just this once is no big deal, but after 80, missing routine checkups can open the door to serious problems that might have been prevented or treated early. When you don't have someone around daily to notice changes in your mood, your appetite, or even the way you walk, those small shifts can go unnoticed and unspoken until they become too big to ignore. It's easy to understand why this happens. Some folks feel fine and figure why go in if nothing hurts. Others get tired of long waits, confusing paperwork, or even worry about bad news. But here's the truth. Regular visits to your primary doctor, your eye doctor, your dentist, and any specialist you see aren't just routine. They're a vital part of staying ahead of aging. They help catch silent problems like high blood pressure, diabetes, early signs of dementia, or even small nutritional deficiencies that can have big impacts over time. Let's take eyesight, for example. You might not notice that your vision has worsened until you miss a step, misread a label, or pour orange juice into your cereal. But a simple eye exam could correct the issue before it turns into a dangerous accident. Or think about something like vitamin B12 or D deficiency, both common in older adults and both linked to fatigue, balance problems, and even depression. These aren't things you always feel happening, but a routine blood test can catch them before they spiral into something worse. I remember talking with Harold, a 79-year-old who lived alone after his wife passed. For years, he skipped his annual physicals because, in his words, I felt all right. So I figured everything was all right. But one year, his daughter insisted he go in. Turns out he had atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat that he never even felt, and it was putting him at serious risk for stroke. A single checkup got him the treatment he needed. He later told me, I thought going to the doctor was a hassle. Now I think of it as insurance for staying independent. It's not about being afraid, it's about being smart. Preventive care exists for a reason. It gives you power over your own future. And the beauty of it is most of the time the earlier you catch something, the simpler the solution. A medication tweak, a hearing aid adjustment, a new pair of glasses. These little things can make all the difference in how confidently and safely you live each day. So ask yourself, when was your last checkup? Are you keeping up with the tests your doctor recommends? If not, don't put it off. Make the call, get it on the calendar. You deserve to have a clear picture of your health, not just so you can fix what's wrong, but so you can keep enjoying what's right. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, social isolation. Living alone after 80 can bring a sense of peace and privacy, but one of the most dangerous traps to fall into is social isolation. It often starts gradually. Maybe a friend moves away. Maybe you stop going to your regular church group or weekly lunch. Before long, days pass without real conversation. And even if you don't feel lonely at first, the silence begins to wear on you. The truth is, being alone too much doesn't just affect your mood. It affects your health in ways most people don't realize. Numerous studies have shown that chronic loneliness is as harmful as smoking several cigarettes a day. It increases your risk of depression, high blood pressure, and even memory loss. The longer you go without meaningful social interaction, the more your brain starts to disengage. You might notice it in small ways, forgetting names, losing track of time, or just feeling a little more tired than usual. And it's not because you're getting older. It's because your brain, like your body, needs stimulation to stay strong. Many seniors think, I'm fine, I like being alone. And it's true that solitude can be restful, but there's a big difference between choosing to be alone and being cut off from connection. It's the difference between enjoying quiet time and feeling invisible. The hard part is that social isolation doesn't usually feel urgent until one day it does. You wake up and realize you haven't spoken to anyone in 3 days. You forget the last time someone asked how you were doing. And that's when the emotional weight of it really sets in. I remember speaking with Lorraine, 82, who had lived alone since her husband passed away. At first, she kept busy with hobbies and housework, but over time, her phone stopped ringing and invitations stopped coming. She said, people just assume I'm fine because I've always been strong, but it's the evenings that get me. That's when the silence feels the loudest. It wasn't that she didn't have people who cared. It was that no one realized how much she needed them to reach out. The good news is that even small social steps can make a huge difference. A weekly phone call with a friend, attending a senior group once a month, joining a local walking club or library event. These aren't just activities, they're lifelines. They keep you engaged, give you something to look forward to, and remind you that you're part of something bigger than just your living room. Staying socially connected after 80 isn't a luxury, it's essential. It keeps your mind sharp, your mood steady, and your heart full. So don't let pride or habit keep you isolated. Take one small step today to reconnect. You'll be amazed at how much brighter the world becomes when you open your door, even just a little. Number 4, lack of emergency preparedness. Living alone after 80 means you have the freedom to run your day the way you want. But it also means that in a crisis, there's no one right beside you to help. That's why one of the most dangerous things you can do is live without a solid emergency plan in place. Emergencies don't knock. They don't give you time to prepare in the moment. Whether it's a fall, a power outage, a medical scare, or even something as simple as locking yourself out of your home, the way you handle that first minute can mean everything. Many older adults assume that emergencies are rare, or they think, "I'll be fine. I've always managed." But as we age, our response time slows. Our balance shifts and our ability to improvise quickly in a high-pressure situation becomes more limited. That's not weakness, that's biology. And acknowledging that reality is the first step to protecting yourself. Let's talk about falls again because they're a common and serious threat. Imagine you fall in your bathroom at 10 p.m. and your phone is in the other room. You're on the floor, maybe hurt, maybe just scared, and there's no one around to hear you call out. That kind of isolation in a critical moment is something most people don't think about until it happens. And by then, it's too late to prepare. The good news, there are simple, affordable ways to stay protected. One of the best investments you can make is a medical alert device. Something you wear around your neck or wrist that lets you call for help with the push of a button. These devices are small, comfortable, and often include fall detection, which automatically notifies emergency services if you go down and can't respond. It's peace of mind, not just for you, but for your loved ones as well. But emergency planning doesn't stop there. Do you have a list of emergency contacts written down and posted where it's easy to find? Is there a spare key hidden safely outside or with a trusted neighbor? Do you know how to contact your local emergency services if your phone stops working? And what about power outages? Do you have flashlights that work, extra batteries, a portable phone charger, or even just a manual can opener in case the power goes out during a storm? I once met a woman named Bernice, 81, who lived alone in a rural area. One winter night, a snowstorm knocked out her power. Her landline went down, her mobile phone hadn't been charged, and she had no flashlight that worked. For over 10 hours, she sat in the cold and the dark with no way to call for help. Thankfully, a neighbor noticed her house lights were off the next morning and came to check on her, but that experience rattled her deeply. She said afterward, "I never thought something so small could feel so scary." That's the point. These situations are fixable before they happen. Once you've been through it, the solution always feels obvious. But the goal is not to learn the hard way. The goal is to think ahead, put safeguards in place, and sleep better at night, knowing that if something goes wrong, you're ready. Ask yourself, if something happened right now, tonight, in the next hour, would you know what to do? Could you call for help easily? Would someone come if you didn't show up where expected? If you're not sure, that's your sign to start planning. Talk to your doctor, your family, your neighbors. Write down a plan. Check your tools. Because when you live alone, being prepared isn't a luxury, it's a responsibility. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, poor eating habits. When you live alone after 80, one of the first routines to quietly slip away is healthy eating. Without someone else around to cook for, shop with, or even eat alongside, meals can become less of a priority and more of a chore. You might skip breakfast altogether, reach for the same frozen dinner night after night, or just nibble on snacks throughout the day instead of sitting down for a proper meal. It might not seem like a big deal at first, but over time, poor eating habits can wear down your body in ways that are easy to overlook until they become serious. Your appetite might naturally decrease with age, but that doesn't mean your body needs less fuel. In fact, it needs better fuel. After 80, your nutritional needs change. You need more protein to maintain muscle mass, more fiber to keep digestion healthy, and more nutrients like calcium, vitamin D, and B12 to support bones, energy, and brain health. And when those nutrients are missing, the effects build up gradually. You might feel tired all the time, start losing weight without meaning to, or get dizzy when you stand up. All of that can stem from simply not getting the nourishment your body needs. What makes this especially tricky is how quietly these changes happen. You don't necessarily feel hungry. You might eat just enough to feel full, but not enough to stay strong. And when you live alone, there's no one there to notice if your pants fit looser, if you're moving slower, or if your kitchen cabinets are looking emptier than usual. That's why awareness is everything. Let me tell you about Marvin, an 86-year-old man who prided himself on being self-sufficient. He cooked his own meals, but over time, his meals got simpler and smaller. A bowl of cereal for breakfast, toast for lunch, maybe a banana for dinner. He figured that was fine since he wasn't moving around as much. But after a routine checkup revealed muscle loss and low energy, his doctor asked him about his diet. Marvin was surprised. He said, "I thought I was eating enough. I just didn't feel hungry." But his body was sending signals that his meals were missing the mark. It's a reminder that good nutrition isn't about eating until you're full. It's about eating what your body actually needs to thrive. If grocery shopping has become a hassle, or if cooking for one feels lonely, there are ways to make it easier. Many grocery stores offer delivery. Some local churches or senior centers deliver meals weekly. There are also meal kit services with simple recipes that don't require much effort or cleanup. And don't underestimate the power of routine. Set a regular time for each meal and make it something to look forward to. Play some music, light a candle, or eat by the window. Even if you're dining alone, that little bit of intention turns the act of eating into a self-care moment, not just something to get through. Ask yourself, are you really eating enough to stay strong? Are your meals balanced, or are you relying on what's quick and easy? The answers to those questions matter more than most people realize. Because when your body's well-fed, everything works better. Your mood, your sleep, your strength, your memory. Living alone doesn't mean you have to eat alone or eat poorly. Make a plan. Stock your kitchen with the essentials. Keep easy, healthy snacks on hand. And if cooking feels like too much some days, that's okay too. Just don't let yourself fall into the trap of thinking food doesn't matter anymore, because it does now more than ever. Number 6, mental inactivity. When people think about aging well, they often focus on the physical, exercising, eating right, preventing falls. But one of the most overlooked dangers for those living alone after 80 is letting your mind go quiet. And I don't mean enjoying peace and quiet, which can be wonderful. I mean going day after day without any mental challenge, stimulation, or engagement. Because when your brain isn't being used, it doesn't just rest, it starts to fade. You might not notice it at first. Maybe you forget where you left your glasses or find yourself struggling to recall a name. You chalk it up to age, and yes, some forgetfulness is normal. But when mental inactivity becomes a pattern, those small slips can become more frequent and more serious. It's not just memory that's affected. It's your ability to solve problems, plan your day, manage your medications, or follow conversations, and over time, this decline can chip away at your independence. The challenge with living alone is that there's no one around to push your thinking, no one asking your opinion on the news, no one challenging you with a puzzle, no one helping you work through a tricky decision. And if the television becomes your main source of stimulation, your brain ends up on autopilot. Watching the same shows every day might be comforting, but it doesn't stretch your mind the way reading a book, playing a game, or having a lively conversation does. I remember Eugene, an 83-year-old former teacher who moved into a quiet retirement home. At first, he welcomed the silence, but over time, he noticed he wasn't reading as much, wasn't journaling like he used to, and sometimes found it hard to stay focused. He told me, "I used to feel sharp. Lately, I feel like I'm drifting through the day." So he made a change. He joined a local library discussion group, started doing crossword puzzles every morning, and set a goal to read one new book a month. Within weeks, he said he felt more awake, more like himself. Again, mental stimulation doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to solve math problems or memorize poetry. It's about doing things that make your brain work just a little harder than it wants to. Reading the newspaper and discussing it with a friend, playing cards, trying out a new recipe, listening to music, and identifying the instruments, calling a grandchild, and asking them to teach you how to use a new app or gadget. Even conversation itself is a powerful form of brain exercise. When you talk with someone, you're remembering details, forming opinions, responding in real time, and all of that keeps your mind engaged. That's why staying socially connected and mentally active go hand in hand. So ask yourself, what did I do today that made my brain work? Did I learn something new, solve a small problem, or just challenge myself in some way? If the answer is no, that's okay, but make tomorrow different. Pick up a book, try a puzzle, ask a neighbor a question, because just like your muscles, your brain needs regular use to stay strong. Mental activity is one of the best ways to guard against cognitive decline and even delay the onset of memory-related illnesses. But more importantly, it helps you stay you. The more mentally active you stay, the more in control you feel of your life, your choices, and your future. And that's something worth fighting for. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 7, physical inactivity. One of the easiest habits to slip into when living alone after 80 is doing less with your body. At first, it might feel like a relief. You no longer have to rush out the door or keep up with other people's schedules. You sit a little longer after breakfast, skip a walk because the weather's not great, or decide that going up and down the stairs isn't worth the effort today. But over time, those small decisions add up, and what starts as rest can quietly turn into decline. Physical inactivity is one of the most dangerous threats to your health and independence. When you stop moving regularly, your muscles start to shrink, your joints stiffen, your bones weaken, your balance gets worse, and your confidence in your own body starts to fade. It doesn't take long before things that used to be easy, getting out of a chair, carrying groceries, walking around the block, start to feel like real challenges. And once those abilities begin to slip, it's much harder to get them back. I knew a man named Walter, 85, who had always been active in his younger years. After his wife passed and he started living alone, he slowed down without realizing it. He said there was no one to walk with anymore, so I stopped going. No one to cook for, so I stopped standing much in the kitchen. He thought he was just conserving energy, but after 6 months, he noticed his legs felt weak. He had trouble sleeping, and he even started feeling more anxious. His doctor told him what was really going on. He wasn't just aging, he was deconditioning. His body was responding to inactivity the same way a plant wilts without sunlight. The good news is you don't need to run marathons to stay strong. You just need to move. Even simple routines like stretching in the morning, walking around the house every hour, standing on one leg while brushing your teeth can help maintain strength and balance. If you can go outside safely, a short walk in fresh air does wonders for both your muscles and your mood. If you prefer to stay indoors, chair exercises, light weights, or resistance bands can be incredibly effective. The key is consistency. Your body responds best to regular, gentle movement, not once in a while but every day. Even 10 minutes here and there adds up. And don't think of it as exercise. Think of it as body maintenance. Just like you brush your teeth to protect your smile, you move your body to protect your independence. You might be surprised at how quickly strength and energy return once you start moving again. Many people find that even a short walk improves their appetite, their sleep, and their overall sense of well-being. Your body wants to work for you. It just needs the opportunity. So ask yourself, how much have I moved today? Have I gone for a walk, stretched my arms, done anything that got my blood flowing? If not, set a goal, start small and keep it up. Because every time you choose to move, you're choosing to stay strong, stay independent, and stay in charge of your life. Living alone doesn't mean living still. It means being in full control of how you move through your day, literally. So take that walk, stretch those legs, and give your body the respect it deserves. You've come this far with it. Let it carry you even farther. Number 8, hiding health or safety concerns from family. When you're living alone after 80, it's easy to fall into the habit of keeping things to yourself. You might notice your balance isn't what it used to be, or that you've been feeling more tired, more forgetful, or just not quite right. But instead of telling anyone, you brush it off. You think, I don't want to worry my kids, or it's probably nothing. And in doing so, you carry the burden alone. That quiet decision to say nothing may feel like strength or self-reliance, but over time, it can become a dangerous silence. Many older adults pride themselves on being independent, and rightly so. You've lived a full life, made your own decisions, solved your own problems, but there's a difference between being independent and being isolated. When you hide important health concerns or safety risks from your loved ones, you're not protecting them. You're removing their chance to help you before things get worse. Let's say you've started having trouble getting up from the couch, or your vision has become blurrier at night. These may seem like minor inconveniences, but they're often early warning signs of larger issues that can be managed or prevented if caught early. Left unchecked, they can lead to falls, medication, mistakes, misdiagnosis, or worse. I once spoke with Eleanor, an 84-year-old woman who had a strong, proud spirit. Her son lived 2 towns over and called every Sunday. She told me she hadn't mentioned the chest tightness she'd felt for a few weeks because she didn't want to ruin his weekend. Then, one night, the pain worsened and she ended up in the emergency room with a serious heart condition. She later said, if I just told him what was going on, maybe we could have caught it sooner. This isn't about making every ache and pain a crisis. It's about being honest, especially about changes that affect your ability to stay safe, healthy, and independent. Your family and friends care about you more than you may realize. When you let them in, even just a little, you give them opportunity to support you in the way you need, not just the way they assume. If you're worried about being a burden, remember this. Most family members would much rather help you with something small today than face a much bigger problem tomorrow. A quick check-in, a shared plan for how to handle emergencies, or simply letting them know when something doesn't feel right. That kind of communication builds trust and keeps everyone informed. It also helps with practical planning. If your mobility has changed, your family can help you modify your home. If you've fallen once, they can set you up with an alert system. If your memory is slipping, they can remind you about appointments or medications. None of this means you're giving up control. It means you're using your support system wisely. So ask yourself, is there anything I've been hiding or downplaying? Something I've noticed, told myself wasn't worth mentioning? If the answer is yes, it might be time to share it with a loved one, a friend, or your doctor. Being open doesn't make you weak. In fact, it shows tremendous strength. It shows that you value your health, your relationships, and your future. Living alone doesn't mean you have to face everything alone, and the more transparent you are, the more empowered you become. It's not about surrendering independence. It's about protecting it for as long as you can. Let the people who love you in. They're not just part of your past. They're part of your safety net, your peace of mind, and your journey forward. Final thoughts. Now that we've walked through these 8 crucial things to avoid when living alone after 80, take a moment to reflect on where you stand. Are you maintaining a safe environment, staying active in both body and mind, and keeping lines of communication open with the people who care about you? Or have you found yourself slipping into habits that quietly chip away at your independence and well-being? The truth is, none of these changes happen overnight. We don't suddenly decide to stop moving, stop reaching out, or stop caring for ourselves. It happens slowly through small decisions we barely notice. But the good news is that reversing those patterns can also start small. One walk around the block, one honest conversation with a loved one phone call to your doctor, one decision to make your home just a little safer. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be aware and willing to take small steps each day to stay strong, connected, and in control. Living alone after 80 doesn't have to mean giving things up. In fact, it can be a season of tremendous freedom and growth if you stay mindful of risks and take action to protect your health, safety, and peace of mind. You've come a long way in life. You've faced challenges, made hard decisions, and overcome more than most people realize. This chapter is no different. You have what it takes to keep going, strong, steady, and proud of life you've built. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.